Hello Year 11 and welcome to this video about helping you to prepare for the English reading exam, and it's about drawing on inference. We're going to learn about to understand what it means to make inference from a text, okay, and we're going to learn how to use PEE plus, point evidence explain plus, to show that we can make inference, to show the examiner basically. So we'll look at some model answers. Right, so what does it mean? What does inference mean? Well, a kind of simple description, or simple definition, I should say, is that inference is drawing conclusions from information that we're given. Now, you can think about this through pictures. Okay, so here we've got an image, and we get an understanding, and we draw conclusions from this image. And one of the conclusions that we draw is that this woman is cold. No, nothing tells us. It doesn't tell us that she's cold, but we learn that from various little facts. Things like the fact that she's wearing a big coat, from the fact that the background, it looks like there's snow on the trees, it's grey, it looks kind of cold, it's not sunny. From the fact of her pose and the way that she's sort of hunched together, the fact that she's holding her coat, and perhaps from her facial expression as well. So all of these, when we work out that she's cold, we are drawing inference from this picture. Now, of course, you might get the opportunity to do that in your exam when you write about presentation, but really, particularly in the foundation paper, but also this applies to higher, it's this sort of question where you might need to show inference. In your mock, we got, how does Fernando Torres like to spend his free time? And it was an 8-mark question, so fairly chunky question. How does he like to spend his free time? So it'd be the question 3 on the foundation that this will be helpful with. Now, if we look at the mark scheme, this will show you why inference is important. So to get a 3 to 5 marks out of 8, you need some evidence that the text is understood. So show that you understand some of the reasons, some of the things he likes to do in his spare time. You engage with the text and make an inference. And to get higher marks, you have clear evidence the text is understood and clear engagement with the text and make inferences. So we need to understand what this means. The other things you absolutely need to do are to give quotations to support what your points are, to show you what you understand, and to make developed references to how Torres spends his free time. So develop your explanation. That's the sort of explanation plus bit. Right, so what I'm going to do is talk you through one bit of this, which was a paragraph which said this. He says, I enjoy shopping too. A friend of mine in Liverpool sometimes opens up his shop for me so that I can go when it's quiet. I like to stroll around the big department stores. You always find something new for the house or the latest fashions. I don't suffer the same amount of hassle in England as I did in Spain, and I can go about my business much more easily. Now, what I'd like you to do now is just have a think. Okay, so what does this suggest about the way he likes to spend his spare time? What can we bring out of this? What inference can we draw? Now, a kind of non-inference answer, a very simple answer, which wouldn't get you the higher marks, would be to simply say, okay, what does he like doing? He likes shopping. Fernando Torres likes shopping. I know this because he says, I enjoy shopping too. That's fair enough, you'll get some marks for that, but you won't be getting this higher grade where you're being asked to show inference. What I'm going to do is stop this film now and make another one where I'll show you how you go into inference in a bit more detail, how you show inference. So all we've covered so far then is this idea that inference is drawing conclusions from information that we're given. Sometimes it's described as sort of reading between the lines of a text. What do we learn that isn't actually told to us, directly told to us? So this picture, it doesn't say anywhere on here, this woman is cold. We work it out from the clues. So our job now is to try and do the same thing with this. What else can we learn about how he enjoys his spare time? What else can we say beyond the obvious, which is that he likes shopping? Okay, I'll go to film 2 now.